morning, Anna. This is Mindy with Glen Freedom. This is the video on stock number 236277, the 2020 Ram 3500 Laramie that you had inquired about online. Very nice choice. You are going to notice that you are going to see water, simply, of course, because it is raining, but also when we bring our trucks in, they go to a gravel lot, so you are going to see a little bit of water or slight mud just simply from where it's driven there from that lot. It is, of course, a Cummins diesel. Do have the memory seating. Do have the power adjustable pedals. Auto headlights, fog lights. Do have the Ram emblem as well as Laramie etched into the seating. The back seat is a full back seat. As you see, it does have the fold out here. Without these things here, it does fold out, which are the floor mats. It does fold completely out and make its own table. And then, of course, on both sides, you do have the extra holder here for tools. Some people joke and call that their cooler. You'll notice that you do have a power outlet as well as USBs and 2 drink holders as well. And you do, of course, have the lights on the side as well, so please take notice. It does, of course, come standard with the hitch and the wiring harness as well. Your backup camera is located in the tailgate. You do have the 5th wheel prep, as well as the plug. If you choose for us to install the slider, we can. Of course, for additional charge, we third party it out. But it is something very popular in our area as well, and something that we can arrange for you and add into your financing if you so choose. And the other side, your subwoofer for your stereo, and again the quote-unquote cooler area or tool area. One thing to note is that the passenger side does have their own power seating and back power lumbar as well. The leather in the seating is a very plush. It's not firm like you will find in other leathers. It does not feel like you're sitting on a church pew. Just a standardized glove box. But you do actually have a secondary glove box. Most people don't even know that's there. And now I'll show you the interior in detail. Sorry. Apologize for all that jarring there. You do have Bluetooth on your stereo, as well as the ability to check your tire pressures, of course your oil and distance, and of course your distance till empty as well. You'll also be able to see your DEF percentage. I don't know if you're familiar, which is what this is here. I don't know if you're familiar with the use of that. However, it's very, very easy. It's not something that you have to do every fill up. However, it is something that you possibly will have to do once or twice a month. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's like $21 or $22. That could be wrong. Your four-wheel drive is done at a touch. And then, of course, you do have your trailer brake as well as your exhaust, your tow, and of course your parking brake sensors as well. And you do have parking brake in the front. You do have auxiliary and aux cord. This actually slides, and it actually goes further back than what my hand can reach in here as well. And then you do have just a normal, like for instance, a house outlet. This is actually made for you to put your phones in and be able to charge them without wires being everywhere. You'll notice that you do have a collecting area as well as a coin collector. You do have this compartment with a USB as well. Note, so far I have showed you a total of 5 USB ports alone. And this is actually 2 compartments as well. It does have a little slight separator there, so that way you can keep things from sliding back and forth and those things. Of course, it does have a fill line just simply so that way this door can slide back and forth. And RAM even provides you measurements as well, just in case you need assistance in that from time to time. You do have, of course, the large touchscreen. It does have AM, FM radio. And of course, you can even, if you want to, if you know the station that you're looking for, you can simply enter it in versus going back and forth and through all the different scenarios. You do have the Uconnect, where you, of course, can remote start your vehicle. You can also do several things as well. For instance, like if you're going down the road, you can do the backup camera, and it will show you in a 10-second interval what is going on. And as you'll notice with the dots, it is a complete perfect lineup, because if you put a ball, when you put your ball there, it will literally almost be touching that line per the camera. You can also see the different views from side to side, as well as just your bed alone. So that is something that will come in handy. Of course, as you're going down the road, don't really know how your trailer is doing and so forth, you'll have the ability to see that as well, to see if you need to pull over or what's going on. You do, of course, have with comfort. This is how you would adjust your heating and air. And of course, very, very easy to use, very self-explanatory. If you hit the controls, that's how you control your heated and air-conditioned seats, as well as your heated steering wheel. You also can look at your backup cameras from here as well. And of course, passenger has heated and cooled seats as well. It is a very nice feature in Dodge. You do have built-in navigation, and as you see on this large of a screen, it does come in very, very handy. You also can do, like for instance, in Kentucky we have several different accents from different areas, and of course if you're not from here you do as well, but you can actually do voice recognition and train it to learn your accent. So if that's something that you have an issue with other manufacturers, because that is very common, just know that you can actually train it to understand your accent or just your normal speech, whatever the case may be. You do have another power source here as well in the top. Just a regular auto dimmer. Hi, by the way. And then if you look up to the top, you do have the SOS and the assist, as well as you have the power gate, which you simply just push. And then of course you also have for the mirror, or for the window for the back, and just one touch, and those are LEDs. You also have here what's called ambient lighting. You don't notice this during the day, but at nighttime and things, if you happen to be trying to read a map or whatever the case may be, you simply just put it here in the console, and you'll be able to follow the light. It's meant so that way that it doesn't distract the driver or any of those things. When you do put the vehicle in reverse, the backup camera does show up, which, as we went over earlier, it does show you completely, and as you'll notice, it shows you exactly where the ball is. This is the angle of this, which is right off the tailgate, which was the one that I had showed you earlier. But as you'll notice, it does have predictive, so when you move, it moves, so that way it'll help you not only know as far as your trailer, but just in general, with the size of a truck, being able to easily get in and out of an area. And you can zoom in if you need to, so just in case. or however the case may be. But this is our 2020 Ram Laramie dually. Please let me know what you think and let me know how you want to move forward.